I'll get going. Chasing echoes, am I? Hello, my dear. Come on, preview. Let me know what's going on. Whoa! That's loud. I'm not. What happened to me? Oh no. There I am. Alright, hello and welcome back to Joyless Gaming and our wonderful adventures in Skyrim. I actually thought I might get back to this sooner, but I didn't. We are in the middle of doing vampire stuff. Well, anti-vampire stuff, technically, I suppose. Yes, the soul can. Do I do the soul can?
All right. That looks painful. Now that I think about it, I should have expected that.
Oh, I couldn't get in.
It's hard to describe. The soul cairn is, well, hungry, for lack of a better word. It's trying to take your life essence as payment. There might be, but I don't think you're going to like it.
I thought I was going to go in.
Vampires aren't counted among the living. I could probably go through there without a problem. Not your first choice, I guess? Maybe. We could just pay the toll another way. It wants a soul, so we give it a soul. Yours. My mother taught me a trick or two. I could partially soul trap you and offer that gem to the ideal masters. It might be enough to satisfy them. It would make you a bit weaker when we travel through the soul cairn, but we might be able to fix that once we're inside. Maybe. I'm sorry. I wish I knew a better way, something that would be easier for you. Just know that whatever path you choose, I won't think any less of you. Sometimes things just have to be done. I know that better than anybody.
Become a vampire, become partially... let's just...
Yes?
I won't feel right as a vampire.
I'm willing to do it, but you need to think it through. You'll remain mortal, but you'll find yourself weakened within the soul cairn. I know this is difficult. Just
get it done with.
I hope you trust me. I'd never do anything that could hurt you. Thank you. Let's not waste any more time then. I promise to make this as painless as possible. Hold still.
What does that do? All right.
The sky. What kind of place is this? The air, the ground. This is all wrong.
Well.
I can't remember how long I've been here. Has it been a day? Or a century?
Look at this place. Can't imagine choosing to come here. My mother must have been terrified.
Soul harvested. Did I? Oh, okay.
I wonder if the fire's still burning in the Imperial City.
What fun. I know there's actually like quests and stuff here. I don't know if you're able to come back or not. I forget. been quite a while.
That sky feels like I'm being watched. Can't stand it anymore.
Where'd you come from?
Huh? What? What? What?
Done and done.
It was a boneman.
Where'd you come from?
Hmm. Yes. Did I put perk points on archery? I did, okay. Chance of critical. If that's anything like the sword critical thing that I know about, that's bad. Being attacked by skeletons. Yeah, there's a thing involving that, isn't there? I'm not... Yeah, I know that there's a while left on the whole quest as a whole. Dawnguard and that, so...
help me find my Arvak. He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this. Arvak, my horse. We came to this horrible place together. We were attacked by monsters, so I told him to run.
What's a horse doing here?
Please, he's such a loyal creature, and he's been running for so long. Arvak? Arvak! Where are you? Arvak, please come back! Come back!
Let's keep moving. I feel like we're being watched.
Yes, I need to abandon any notions of doing things to any kind of completion. Let's just get through the main bit of story to do with Dawnguard, so can move on to other things.
This is no place for you.
Guessing this is Arvak.
Let's just say I sold something to a guy who turned out to work for a whole coven of necromancers. How in the name of Zenithar was I to know the ingredients were phony? Do I look like someone that would double-cross a necromancer? You got it. Horse wag. I used to be one of the best traders in High Rock, you know. How people would track me down just to see what I had to say. Very funny. And what exactly are you going to pay me with? I'll tell you what. The only thing I see around here in abundance are soul husks. Bring me, say, 25 of them, and you can rub odds and ends I've gathered over the years. Well, tell me what you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal. No husks, no sale. Guess you have some scavenging to do.
More skulls or something around? Chasing a horse. Is it?
Air. This is all wrong.
I thought if I followed the horse here, I'd find its skull. Perhaps it doesn't lead you to its skull. In which case I should just carry on. What is I'm basically constantly violating my very own principle of just carrying on with the story. Oh, pardon me.
Who's there? I knew it.
I think the enchantment has run out. I need to recharge the bow. Crossbow. Yeah. Charge. Use up all of these petty souls that I've got floating around. So many souls.
This won't end well for you.
Ooh.
Mother? Mother!
It can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Arkhan's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him. To make everything right.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You. Come forward. I would speak with you. So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down.
Just here for the Elder Scroll? Is it?
Coming from one who murders vampires as a trade, I find it hard to believe your intentions are noble. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Arkhan from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you. You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself. When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon, Ariel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon. Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
Well, I know what Cold Harbor is.
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
Wouldn't you qualify as well, though? Would it just have to be just Serana? Were you not created in a similar offering?
If Arkhan obtained Ariel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires. And how exactly do you plan on stopping him?
I need your help.
Have you been listening to me? Like Serana,
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
a
so she's...
pure-blooded vampire.
Yes.
My presence
She could be
on
used
Tamriel
just as
is
easily.
as much of a danger as hers. You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed. Serana? This stranger aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to him.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
Uh-huh.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
You called him husband.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
If you'd only open your eyes, the moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us.
Well, I mean, you offered yourselves to
We
Molag
have to
Bal.
stop
I mean...
him before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me. But for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can. Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
Oh, that's convenient.
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down. One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat. As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal anymore.
So you can come back. Okay.
Arkhan's vision is a world plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire can flourish, and never again fear the tyranny of the sun. What he fails to realize is how much attention would be called to our kind if the prophecy came to fruition.
All-out war.
If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal. The order of the day would be our destruction, until every last vampire was hunted down and eliminated.
Yes, it'd be something that would actually unite. It would unite all of the mortal creatures, really, wouldn't it?
I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future. When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with... I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn. And if I had foreseen the value they placed on my own... The Ideal Masters unleashed their... Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay, and... Unfortunately, since the Keepers weren't able to claim my soul, their time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game.
Ideal Masters.
They're mystic entities that lord over the Soul Cairn, controlling... Well, some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the Soul Cairn. I believe there's more to... I think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence. Conduits, through which the Ideal Masters... It's the reason for the Soul Cairn's existence, and the only leverage a necromancer has when bargaining with. The ability to summon powerful... However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the Ideal Masters
keeper
wind
things
up
and
here
get back to the prison.
as harvested souls.
Wonder who the hell would call them ideal in any way but Ideal Masters. Masters of what they consider an ideal, or masters that meet an ideal?
Where'd you come from?
Aww. Alright. No, they'll be... Actually, yeah, let's just... was doing better with my crossbow, strangely enough. Would have thought this would do pretty good. But with all the related perks in that. But I suppose the thing of the benefit of a conjured bow is, well, you only get 100 at a time, but you essentially get infinite arrows. Serana, where'd you go? Serana, oh, there you are. Follow me, dear. Oh, I should change what I've got on my left hand to something else. I'm a bit scatterbrained and all over the place, and kind of tired, and I don't know, it's been a weird week for me. That stagger perk is actually coming in handy. Must be immune to the spell she keeps using on it. There was a red dot.
Those keeper things and get back
What
to
was... Don't know what that was about. Thought I was freeing a trapped soul or something. Am I... Like, this is the way I've been going, right? This stagger perk is actually really effective. Ooh, dragon bone weapon. Well, I'll be able to make those eventually. Alright, that's a green. Oh, the one's above the... Pardon me.
The sooner we get out of this place, the better. Who's there?
Why did we, Okay. Did I see, like, people's souls up here? I thought I did. I guess it's not important. Okay. Right, Oh. Oh, dramatic. Why did I do that? Seems like that's the last thing I should have done. Alright, Oh. They were not exactly, amazing. Okay. Oh, we convert it to a black soul gem. Okay. Ah! That's enough tooling around. Need to wander across this great big desolate landscape and wonder when Durnavir shows up. Okay, that's... Right. They probably don't have much to say. Are these ones closer than that one? Oh, it's not that. It's not there, it's over that way. So this one probably is closer. Ah. Well, game is spazzing out. You will if you keep attacking it like that. Let me be the damage sponge, right? Alright, so that's why I saw people souls, because they were around the keepers. Alright. That's... What is that stuff? Is it a miscellaneous or is it a... Yeah, it's a miscellaneous item. Is it not? Or is it... Oh, it's food!
Where'd you come from?
Yeah, good question. St. Jib.
What do you want? How does anyone expect me to write my opus with all of these rude interruptions? What do I mean, indeed? If I hadn't lost all of the pages, I wouldn't be in this predicament. Very well. I am Jib. Some call me Saint Jib. Others call me Jib the Eradicator. I can't say that I'm surprised by your answer. Until I get my second volume published, no one will let... A book? I'd hardly call a 26-volume epic simply... Surely you've heard of the rise and fall of Saint Jib the Eradicator, hero of Morrowind and savior of the Dhalma. Maybe you should leave the writing to me so terrible. I'm was in the midst of writing the second volume, and they just threw me into this prison. It's unfair. That damned Remora and his minions. They didn't even give me a... Well, I assume so. It cast a spell at me from some kind... Next thing I knew... My what? Wait... All these wasted months? Or has it been... No, my work will never see the light of day. My name... Perhaps... Do you have... Maybe I can't. In order to write the second volume of my opus, I need the notes from my first volume. Otherwise, I need to do... When I was tossed in here, there were 10 of them in all. Find them for me, please. I beg you. Now, where was I?
Well, since apparently I can come back here. Not that I'm going to do that, because that's a lot of... I don't think they're marked. They might be, but I don't think they are. I think you do actually have to find them.
Where'd you come from?
Oh. Oh, I found Arvak's soul by accident. Damn it, Serrano. You will like that, die like that if you keep insisting on fighting like that. You the guy who wanted it?
Arvak!
Yes.
You saved him! His soul is free, I can feel it! He's such a loyal beast. Here, I'll teach you how to call him to you. He'll help you get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace sunnier. Goodbye, hero. Take good care of Arvak for me. Such a good horse.
Okay. I wondered if he was going to disappear. I guess his worldly business or otherworldly business is complete. Oh, she was having the same idea I did. Come on. Who's hitting me and from where?
I'm not gonna do it like this. Done
Alright, warming their souls by the fire. If I just got to 60, I can increase my damage. I kind of... I don't know how much I actually want to stick with archery. I might reset it as well, but...
Where'd you
Rothman.
won't end well for you.
Aha. I have to do this one alone. Oh, no, not alone. Okay. Cool. Ooh. Ooh. I could save myself having to make one of those. That's already a high damage bow. I do need to get arrows, though. Do I keep going further up? Can. No, that does not go further up. Okay. Where the hell am I? Oh, this is back where I started. Okay. I've not encountered Durnavir at all. Surely he has a scripted thing to turn up at some point.
You managed to destroy all 3 keepers? Very impressive. Yes. Please follow me. Keep watch for Durnavir. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
The sooner we get out of this place, the better.
Uh-huh. Yes. Why did I start trying to do alchemy?
Found my mother alive.
Alright, I'm probably going to have to fight Dragon the next few minutes. I need to pee. I'll be back in a minute. Alright. Okay. Oh. I was ahead of her. Okay. We have to fight Durnavir in here.
Wait. I hear something.
Yes.
He's here. Defend yourselves.
I should use, what's his face, shouldn't I? And then again, if I'm using archery... Ugh. Ugh. Zombie dragon. Oh, he's just conjuring more of them. Where'd he go? There he is. He's on the ground now, so... that's probably a bad idea. Figures. Can't take his soul because his soul sort of belongs to someone else already.
Forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon.
Yeah, killing dragons is kind of my thing.
Forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon. Volumes written on Durnevere allege that he can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken. Yes. The soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scaly hide. It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnevere's physical form while he reconstitutes himself. Minutes, hours, years, I can't even begin to guess. I suggest we don't wait around to find out. Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll and you can be on your way.
I think I could be doing this alone. That's it. That's the last scroll. Come on, let's take it to Dexter.
Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way. If there's anything I can do before you depart. So my daughter applied some of the lessons I taught her about necromancy, did she? Don't worry. I think I can help you. Your soul essence was trapped inside a gem. When you and Serana entered the soul cairn, it was given to the Ideal Masters as payment. You simply need to retrieve the gem. The moment you touch it, your soul essence will be restored. There's an offering altar not terribly far from here. I'm willing to bet that the gem you're looking for is there. Is there anything else? Could be your last chance. I have no choice. As I told you before, I'm a daughter of Cold Harbor. If I return to Tamriel, that increases Arkhan's likelihood of bringing the tyranny of the sun to fruition. I appreciate your concern for me, but Serana is all that I care about. You must keep her safe at all costs. Remember that Arkhan is not to be trusted. No matter what he promises, he'll deceive you in order to get what he wants. And promise me you'll keep my daughter safe. She's the only thing of value I have left.
So wait a minute. I don't... Can I not come back whenever I want, or is it... Aha.
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin. Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life and death. I believe in civility among seasoned warriors, and I find your ear worthy of my words. My claws have rended the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle. I therefore honor name you Quinarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue. Your words do me great honor.
I mean, you're a zombie dragon. It's a bit of a...
My desire to speak with you was born from the result of our battle. Quinarin. I merely wish to respectfully ask a favor of you.
Serana photobombing there.
For countless years I've roamed the Soul Cairn in unintended service to the Ideal Masters. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. I desire to return there. I fear that my time here has taken its toll upon me. I share a bond with this dreaded place. If I ventured far from the Soul Cairn, my strength would begin to wane until I was no more. I will place my name with you and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen, your ally, and teach you my Thum. Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean a great deal. I don't require an answer, Quinarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time is right. There was a time when I called Tamriel my home, but those days have long since passed. The Dova
Cursed
roam
never
the
dying.
skies, vying for their small slices of territory that resulted in immense and ultimately fatal battle. I was, but unlike some of my brethren, I began to explore what the Dova call Elok Dylan, the ancient forbidden art that you call necromancy. The Ideal Masters assured me that my powers would be unmatched, that I could raise legions of the undead. In return, I was to serve them as a keeper until the death of the one who calls herself Valerica. I discovered too late that the Ideal Masters favor deception over honor, and had no intention of releasing me from my binding. They had control of my mind, but fortunately they couldn't possess my soul. Free? No. I have been here too long, Quinarin. The Soul Cairn has become a part of... I only hope that you will allow me the precious moments of time there, through your call.
Come on, let's go home.
Okay. So this is my soul. I want my soul back.
Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? I'm not gonna die like this.
Where are they? Oh. Alright, well. Oh, bloody hell. Oops. Oh, cool. I failed to notice that. That's probably what's... Yep. Do they just want me to jump down? Probably. Yeah. There she is. Right, I should pass close by to it, because if there's... yeah. You have to go through the defined sort of archway passage to get... yeah. Which means it's just over here is where the guy who wanted soul husks... yeah.
Brought some soul. Sure, got plenty. What am I gonna do with it?
Oh.
Sure, here you go. Can't understand a word of it. Maybe it will do you some good.
Oh, it's not even what I thought. Because I already know that one. Oh, I didn't learn that when I had the chance. Bugger, I thought I would just sort of give him a thing and I get to go and take his stuff, but no, it's per item. Mm-hmm. Oh, right, so. We go. Can we not, like, fast travel from here or something? I mean, if we can open up this map, we should be able to fast travel. Yep. Cool. Wanted me to go wandering through the bloody depths to find a way back out. No, thank you. Now I'm going to have to sell or offload some crap. Oh no. Oh no, he's gone blind. He's read too much. I do have arrows. Oh. Didn't realize I had arrows. What, aside from potions, I guess, and some ingredients, what is weighing me down so much? Ores. I mean, lots of soul gems. I already knew that, though.
I trust your journey was successful. I'm sorry, my friend. I can no longer be of use in this matter. It's my fault. In my haste to read the first scroll, I neglected the careful preparation required. I thought I'd be able to allay the after effects, but I was wrong. Now I am paying for it. Blind? Yes, I'm afraid so. No, it will have to run its course, and there's always the chance I may never recover. No, there is another way. The question is, how much are you willing to risk to find Oriel's bow? I can't guarantee you'd be free from harm. Becoming blind could be the least of your worries. Scattered across Tamriel are secluded locations known only as Ancestor Glades. There's one in Skyrim in the Pine Forest. Performing the ritual of the Ancestor Moth within the glade should provide the answers you seek. It involves carefully removing the bark from a canticle tree, which will in turn attract Ancestor Moths to you. Once enough of the moths are following, they'll provide you with the second sight needed to decipher the scrolls. In keeping with tradition, you must use a specific tool in the Ancestor Glade, an implement known as a draw knife. Every moth priest is taught this ritual, but few ever get the chance to perform it. You should consider yourself fortunate if it works for you. From what I saw in the vision, the Elder Scroll which foreshadows the defiance of the gods with the blood of mortals is the key to the prophecy. Deciphering one of the Elder Scrolls is nothing like reading a... It can take months or even years to complete a single scroll, and even then, months to recover.
Great. I need to sell some crap.
I once killed 30 vampires with my... Potions, my friend. Potions. Possibly some spells. Maybe some other things I've forgotten about. Actually, I'm not sure. Let's see, shall we? Arkhan bless you, friend.
I am carrying so much crap. So we're going to take a trip to my house. Right. Did I put... I think I put soul gems in here. Did I not? Oh yeah, I took them all out. Looks like I took them out. I think I'm going to go and store all of my... grand souls that I've got, aside from 0 star. Just as something that can be used for enchanting. And explicitly for enchanting. Carrying so much crap. Okay, now I can definitely put the bow away. Or I could put the crossbow away. That is, yeah, doing more damage, isn't it? I need the bolts for it, though. Oh, screw it. Just use the bound bow. But... oh, Vampire Royal Armor. I should put that somewhere as well. Oh, that's where I put bows and arrows. Okay. Where the hell did I put my Dawnguard stuff?
I hope we reach Ancestor Glade soon.
Yeah. Really need to find a home for all of my books.
Need something?
Speaking of which, though, I did buy a couple of... now, these vampire-related ones, are they a restoration thing? Stendar's Aura, Sunfire, Vampire's Bane. Yes, Adept, Apprentice, Adept. Okay. And actually, yeah, that's an actual aura, so I can put that on and that will be... Probably shouldn't put it on right now because, you know... I haven't saved in over nearly an hour. Yeah. Okay. Where are we going? Where is Ancestor Glade? Where is the knife thingy we want? Oh! Oh. Oh, it's actually close by. Cool. I wasn't paying attention when I traveled here. I just wanted to get stuff put away.
Where'd you come from?
You... why did you do that? Also, how did you expect it to fight? I don't think they have any combat animations. Or attacks, even.
Where'd you come from?
What do you mean no soul gem? Oh, did you already... oh, black soul gem was the only soul gem I had that was empty. So it took the soul of the bear and put it into a black soul gem because...
Done and done.
right, okay. Bugger. I'm rather assuming that this will get me where I need to go. It's all pointing in the right direction.
This must be the... Not very impressive, is it? If this ends up being a wasted trip, your friend Dexian and I are gonna have some words when we get back.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I know which one to read. Is it the one that he gave me is the one I'm supposed to read, or the one that was the... Don't want to have to like bother doing this again, so I just want to find which scroll I'm supposed to read. Oh, it reads all three, okay. Read the blood one, but it makes me read all three. Oh. I've got three now? So there was sun, there was blood, but I had the dragon one. Ah, okay.
Wow. Look at this place. No one's been here in centuries. I doubt there's any other place like it in Skyrim. It's beautiful.
Follow the windy path. Ooh, a spring.
Well, we got the knife. Now all we need to do is track down one of those canticle trees. Hope the moths like that bark as much as Dexian said they would. Look at them. They've definitely taken a liking to you. And unless I'm seeing things, you're starting to glimmer.
Yeah, you're seeing things. Need more moths.
Head back up there and see if we can read the scrolls.
Oh my. Serrano around? Oh, there she is.
Okay. Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow. Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow. I could see it in your eyes. You looked about 1,000 leagues away. What about Ariel's bow? Do you know where we can find it? Then it's almost over. We can finally put an end to this ridiculous prophecy. Where is this Darkfall Cave? Then let's get going. I want to get there before my father has a chance to track us down.
Okay. Oh dear.
That's your best?
I didn't think you were a pretty face. So the regular one was Sunfire. I didn't fake that, did I? Don't get too close, Serana. Serana's Vampire's Thrall. Yep, Serana's Vampire's Thrall. Okay. Alright, there's this place up here. I want to find this other place up here. I want to know what it is. Does this go up to the Dragon Roost? Okay, I'm not going to find that, but can I find the Dragon Roost? That'd be cool. I thought this one I had to go through a cave or something to get there. Maybe this is going to that. I have been there, so I've... Probably that. Yes, I went there for a quest. Yeah, Bone Shield Passage goes to Ancient's Ascent. Right. Never mind. Oh, I've already found Darkfall Cave. That's helpful.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
By not being a vampire. Well, I see why it's got dark in the name. Is it gonna make me fall? Oh, okay. Nothing special.
something?
Well, yes, it is going to make me fall. I have to go down there, don't I? Fucking spiders.
Who's there?
No. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, no, no. Oh, it's not progressed yet. Okay, good. I forgot.
These people were... Why would anyone want to set up camp here?
Trolls, you're saying? Oh.
Happened to them.
I thought I picked up the troll fat and not the torches. Apparently I picked up the torches. So, Anna, did you have to? Was that really necessary? Was that really necessary? I need to pee again anyway. Be back in a minute. Alright. Waiting for Serana's fucking undead spider to... Yes, thank you. Go away.
Stay on your guard.
Yeah, well, I prefer trolls to fucking spiders. What shout am I on?
Done and
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Come forward. You have nothing to fear here.
feel some kind of power from it.
I am Knight Paladin Gelabor. Welcome to the Great Chantry of Auriel. Auriel, Alkosh, Akatosh, so many different names for the sovereign of the Snow Elves. I prefer Snow Elf. The name Falmer usually holds a negative meaning to most travelers. Those twisted creatures you call Falmer, I call the Betrayed. Of course, you're here for Auriel's bow. Why else would you be here? I can help you get it, but first, I must have your assistance. I need you to kill Archcurate Vertha, my brother. The kinship between us is gone. I don't understand what he's become, but he's no longer the brother I once knew. It was the Betrayed. They did something to him. I just don't know why Auriel would allow this to happen. They swept into the Chantry without warning, and began killing everyone without pause. The Chantry was a place of peaceful worship. I led a small group of paladins, but we were no match for the Betrayed's sheer numbers. They slaughtered everyone, and stormed the inner sanctum where I believe they corrupted Vertha. He's alive. I've seen him, but something's wrong. He never looks as though he's in pain or under duress. He just stands there and watches, as though waiting. Leaving the Way Shrines unguarded would be violating my sacred duty as a Knight Paladin of Auriel, and an assault on the Betrayed guarding the inner sanctum would only end with my death. Yes, let me show you.
Serana got in his way.
a snow elf magic. Incredible.
This structure is known as a Way Shrine. They were used for meditation and for transport when the Chantry was a place of enlightenment. Prelates of these shrines were charged with teaching the mantras of Auriel to our initiates.
What's that basin in the center signify?
Once the initiate completed his mantras, he'd dip a ceremonial ewer in the basin at the Way Shrine's center and proceed to the next Way Shrine.
So these initiates had to lug around a heavy pitcher of water. Marvelous. How long would they have to do that?
Well, once the initiate's enlightenment was complete, he'd bring the ewer to the Chantry's inner sanctum. Pouring the contents of the ewer into the sacred basin of the sanctum would allow him to enter for an audience with the Archcurate himself.
All that just to end up dumping it out? Makes no sense to me.
It's symbolic. I don't expect you to understand.
So, let's get this straight. We need to do all that nonsense to get into the temples so we can kill your brother and claim Ariel's bow.
I know how it all sounds. But if there was another way, I'd have done it long ago. The only way to get to my brother is by following in the Initiate's footsteps and traveling from Way Shrine to Way Shrine, just as they did. The first lay at the end of Darkfall Passage, a cavern that represents the absence of enlightenment. There are 5 in total, spread far apart across the Chantry. Caves? Oh no. The Chantry encompasses far more than a few caves, as you'll soon discover. But before I send you on your way, you'll need the Initiate's ewer. Once you've located a Way Shrine, there'll be a spectral prelate tending to it. They will allow you to draw the waters from the shrine's basin, as if you've been enlightened. This may be the last time we're able to converse. If you have any questions before you leave, I suggest you ask them. Otherwise, all I can do now is grant you my hopes for a safe journey. Questions? I expected as much.
So where does all this go? Whoa! Fuck, that freaked me out. How did she get up there? Aha. Blessing of Auriel do.
Questions? I expect. They're ghosts of the snow elf priests that tended the Way Shrines before being. Through the grace of Auriel, they were restored to their spectrum. I'm afraid in their current form, they won't respond to you in any way other than believing that you're an initiate. And this is, or was, the epicenter of our religion. Most of the snow elf people worshipped Auriel. The Chantry was constructed near the beginning of the First Era to provide a retreat for those that wish to become enlightened. Our empire had temples to some of the other deities. Trinimac, Sirabane, Yffrey, and Finister rounded out the rest. But those temples paled in comparison to the glory of the Chantry and its Way Shrines. Oh yes, they represented the steps the Initiates took on the path to total. Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders were lost long before I arrived here. We were once a wealthy and prosperous society that occupied a portion of Skyrim. Unfortunately, we were constantly at war with the Nords, who claimed the land as their ancestral home. In a manner of speaking, we had always maintained an uneasy alliance with the underground-dwelling dwarves, and when faced with extinction, we turned to them for help. Surprisingly, they agreed to protect us, but demanded a terrible price: the blinding of our race. There were splinter groups that resisted the agreement, and even some that sought alternate alliances. But when it was all said and done, those elves were either slaughtered, vanished, or gave up and took the dwarves' bargain.
I've often asked myself that very same question. The blinding of my race was supposedly accomplished with a toxin. Certainly not enough to devolve them into the sad and twisted beings they've become. The Chantry is quite isolated, so it took some time for word of the dwarves' offer to reach us here. By the time the compact had been completed, it was too late for us to even attempt to intervene. Correct. We only numbered perhaps 100 at the time, so our presence remained a secret to the dwarves and the Nords. Ironically, our undoing came at the hands of our own people. Yes, they swarmed the Chantry in Va. I assume that the Archcurate was corrupted by them when they found a way to breach the inner. Verther and myself are the only two snow elves that remain.
And how, though? Because this happened ages ago.
May Auriel keep you free from harm.
That wasn't as unpleasant as I thought it would be. Kind of soothing, actually. I feel a little warmer now.
My Dremora wasn't much help.
The challenger is near!
Done and done.
Oh, she resurrected that. Serana. Serana. Oh. Right. She can't jump.
The challenger is near! The challenger is near!
But if my Dremora could... I didn't want that. Just... souls. Yeah, two summons. Could I have two Dremor? Well, you can't have two of the same thing, I don't think. Ah, she caught up. No, I was going to... There might be a chest in there. Gleam blossom, man. Exotic plants. I don't know what Serrano's up to a lot of the time.
Who's there?
Serrana, you coming?
Done and done.
I'm starting to think that torches are actually more effective than candlelight spell.
Something's not right here. Be careful. I think we may be in for some trouble.
Is that what you're referring to, or something else?
Where'd you come from?
Oh, oops.
I'm over here.
Oh, you just got 75. I can make that spell cheaper. Where are these fuckers coming from? I'm gonna test that out. Since I apparently picked up torches by accident. No, not really. Not really.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, hello, Stormbane. Didn't see that. Hello. Been on my own for a bit, so I've not been anticipating viewers. Was that? Okay, so this is just stuff. Yeah, this is the way to go. I don't care about being hurt, I just don't want to get crushed. Serana, what the hell? Oh. High and low road, and they both go to the same place. Okay. How was your rest?
Chains and traps. Be careful here. Whatever's on the other side of this, Father wanted to keep it there.
Guess I was pushing my luck.
Where'd you come from?
Oh. Ah. Hmm. Oh, shit.
This is the kind of thing I've been wanting to see. Makes everything else worth it.
Okay. Alright, let's... Okay, it was this way. Alright then. Let's just... Oops, I grabbed an apple for no reason. I'm having trouble remembering this thing, because I'm pretty sure I only ever did Dawnguard the once. What was I? Apple. And I don't remember a lot of this. Pardon me. Okay, candlelight's still equipped. No, that. Deer. Okay. There's obviously only one way out of this place, which is why it doesn't bother giving you a pointer. I suppose it's also thematically meant to tie into the quest as well. You're meant to seek enlightenment and not just have the way revealed to you, but it's all fairly linear. What the hell does Poison Bloom do? I'm going to imagine it poisons you, but... Oh. Oh. That was quick. Why would deer be hanging out in a cave?
I think that's another Way Shrine over here. Here we go.
Welcome, Initiate. This is the Way Shrine of Illumination. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment? Then behold Ariel's gift, my child. May it light your path as you seek tranquility within the inner sanctum.
Okay, so...
May Ariel's brilliance illuminate your path.
Finally into the Vale. I do remember the Vale, vaguely. But as with everything, it has been a while. Huh? What? Oh. It's a cat.
Done and done.
Well. That happened. I seem to remember there being things floating around. Oh, pardon me. That you're supposed to find, and maybe you can't find them again, but you know what, yeah. Cannot afford to try and be completionist. I'll be doing the same things forever.
Who's there?
Pardon me.
Done and done.
Ooh, silver.
I'm no fan of the sun. It would be better than this.
Right, that doesn't go where I thought it would.
Where'd you come from? Done and done.
Serana keeps finding the enemies.
Let's get indoors. Or in a cave. Anywhere, just out of this.
Ugh. Vampire dust on cornflakes, huh? I usually just go for sugar, but obviously got exotic tastes. Wait a minute, that one's looking closer now. A lot of silver.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about. Is that another one of those way shrines up there? I wonder where this one goes.
Welcome, Initiate. This is the Way Shrine of Sight. Then behold Ariel's gift, my child. May it speed your journey to the inner sanctum. Welcome, Initiate. This is the Way Shrine of Sight. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment?
You say, where does that one go? Well, I don't think we... Do we have to go through it again? Oh. Okay. It... Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, we don't have to go through it. Oh. Now I've struck gold. I should just be buying... you know, gold and silver and making stuff. Or just paying somebody to train up my smithing. And I shouldn't be letting things interrupt me. I should be trying to get Dawnguard finished. I think I can get it finished tonight. This is fairly close to the end, I think. Once I finish doing all of this, I get the bow and then I do something else and that's it done, I think. But I think there's collectible, like I say collectible, there are things that you,
Where you come from?
paragons or something like that that you're supposed to get to associate with the shrines, I think.
That'll teach you. By the blood.
More collectible stuff. I can probably come back to this place as well. Maybe.
You've reached the Way Shrine of Learning, Initiate. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment? Ariel bless you, child, for you are a step closer to the inner sanctum and everlasting wisdom. I think I may have to go up the other side of that. Doesn't exactly seem likely that I go down all the way to the end of this, and that's the next thing, and then I have to go back. I probably have to... Oh no.
Stairs. Runner. Right.
If we open that one, we'll be able to move around this valley a lot faster.
You've arrived at the Way Shrine of Resolution.
I seem to recall fighting dragons in this place,
Prepare to
but
honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment. Then go forth, child. May the enrichment of Ariel strengthen your resolve as you undertake your journey to the inner sanctum. May Ariel's glow shield you from your enemy.
This is where I remember fighting a dragon. Big open area with a whole bunch of ice. Yeah, here we go.
Where'd you come
Didn't realize I had to spend souls on that one. Is it because there's already 2 dragons? They don't want to let me get another dragon while there's 2 dragons? Alright, fine. Oh, it's got a name. Did I get him? I did. Oh. Oh. Oh no, I can't. I can't heal her. myself. I didn't realize I was about to die there. Okay. My poor little Dremora. No, I'm still gonna need that. I don't know how much damage their shouts are supposed to do, given that I'm highly resistant to magic. Oh, my alteration's at 100 finally. Alright. Come on. Draw the bow. Kill the dragon. Ah. Spotty a soul. Bothering some poor frost giant or something. What are you? I am your enemy! Suddenly made you so interested in that poor thing. Suddenly not good enough for it. Oh. I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't. I'm gonna get laden. Plenty of dragons I can... Oh, fine. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, get back here. resisted it because she's undead. Yeah, I can get dragon bits from many, many dragons. There's no need to... Wait. Oh, wait, there's a... Oh. Now, which drain vitality is that one? Okay, that's definitely the one that's added by the thing, so this is one that's already in the game? Okay. Alright, we shall resume. But my memory served me, there were dragons to fight here. Yeah, what we're going to have to do is go... Yeah, that was... Okay, oh, wait a minute. That's the other side, so I can see that thing, it just comes up here. Alright. Then... Aw. Thought might be something behind the waterfall. Must be a cave or a path up. Unless I have to go back into Darkfall Cave and go somewhere from there. Like I've been playing Skyrim for... Do you mean tonight or just in general? Tonight it's just been a couple of hours. I've started this character back... like March or April? Just playing it off and on since then. On stream. Prior to that, it had been a few years since I'd last played Skyrim, but I played it when it originally came out and for a while afterwards, and it was just, I think, my count of hours on the original version is like 800 or so. This is the special edition that I got for free because I already owned the other game, and I already owned the game and all of the DLC, so when the special edition came out on PC, on Steam, anyone on Steam who already had the game and all the DLC got the special edition, so I thought for the stream I thought I would use the special edition for some reason. Don't know why. Probably something to do with getting achievements. And it's... Oh, I've got to be pushing like 100 hours or so on this character, I think. I've not been very consistent with it. Where's... So, is this not the way? This might not be the way. I think this may not be the way. Aha. Alright, let's get back up again. Get... What? Pardon me. Right, okay. I went up a level, didn't I? Yeah, why not stamina? Oh dear. You played nothing else since? Well, that's some dedication. And, what with the sort of endless availability of mods, you know, to be able to keep the experience fresh all the time. Oh, light armor's not quite there yet. I mean, there are people who only play what is it called again? No. But it's, you're not like the only person to actually only play one game. Plenty of people do that. And, oh, Serana fell down. Well, she'll catch up next time I load a new cell. Yeah, there we go. I think there are probably plenty of people who have only played GTA 5 since it came out. What with all of the nonsense you're supposed to be able to get up to in that. Yeah, wonder where they're going to set the next one. Oh, hello. He doesn't want to fight. I can leave him alone. Pardon me. My body's trying to tell me something. Oh. Warmonger. Serana's still trying to help out. You trying to tell me it didn't die? Okay, good. It was just... hadn't come to a complete stop yet, so once it finally stopped, that's when it died. Oh, you found your way up here. Ah, you've got an inside contact, huh? Yeah, I've gone the right way. Oh dear. Damn it. Oh. Finally, something that was within your grasp, huh? Okay, here we go. I imagine it would be massive. Their games tend to be pretty big, with a lot of stuff to do. Oh, crap. I thought I heard something. Actually, I shouldn't be worried about getting hit, because it'll just level up my light armor. Damn it. Finally sorted yourself out, Serrano. That's good. Where'd the... Oh, there it is. Oh, bloody hell. No, Serrano. Oh, come on. Oh dear. Oh. There's one over here. Where'd you come from? Alright. I imagine. Whoa, wait, whoa.
Not the most solid construction here. About what I'd expect. Where'd you come from?
Is next gen only that much of a surprise, though? I mean, did they do... I mean, I suppose it's just because Skyrim came out at the end of 2011, which means that it released on PS3 and Xbox 360, so... Yeah, they made it Did they make it compatible? Do they make the... Oh, I can't remember. Well, by the time it comes out, yeah, I dare say it would just be whatever the current systems will be. That's the one that's going to release for. I don't know, that wasn't a very good trap, Serana. I can see the tripwire very easily. It doesn't make it a very good trap. Ooh. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, oh dear. Which way am I? I'm going this way. Oh, come on.
I knew I heard something. Done and done.
So, can I go up this way? Or do I need to go around the other way? See, I didn't see that tripwire because it blended in with the ground. That's a much better trap design than just a really obvious... I actually don't really need to keep doing ebony flesh, do I? Because I've got alteration to 100, so...
Where'd you come from?
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, this goes up, and I'm pretty sure I still need to go up.
Who's there?
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh dear. Oh. Yep, that way. Going that way. Yeah. Yes. Cool. I went the right way. Did I go the right way? Yeah, I must have done. There's the arrow.
Stay on your guard. Where'd you come from?
Did I? Yeah, I did.
I'm over here. What have you got?
Got a metal deposit? Silvery. What of ore veins in the level here. Which is pretty nice. Making a... Oh, bloody hell. Tara. Where am I going?
I'm over here.
Missed.
That'll teach you.
Ooh, hog feathers. This, okay, this way? Right, here we go. Read hard copy kind of like what you'd make a printed version of you. Oh shit! Bloody hell! Ugh. Are you ordering me around, Serana? Oh, you're suddenly in front of me. Telling me to kill the beast. I didn't find the other ones. Okay, this was not it. Ugh. Ah, here we go. Let's run it. No. I have a sneaking suspicion I know what you intend to follow that up with. Whoa, shit. Mighty vampire lord, crushed to death by rocks.
Where'd you come from?
Hey, light armor 100. Yeah, why not? She's still vulnerable to the rocks after they're fallen. Pardon me. Sorry. I should finish this up.
You found the Way
I
Shrine
think I'm
of
close to
Radiance,
finishing.
Initiate. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment?
Rookie pump.
May the blessings of Ariel protect you as you climb the road to the inner sanctum and final enlightenment.
Right, last one. Then we go into there and fight that guy's brother and get the bow and profit.
May Ariel's radiance fill your heart with joy.
Okay. I forget how much comes after this.
It has to be the place. I've never seen a building like that before. It looks like some kind of temple. Never saw anything like this back on the island.
Presumably because when you're on an island, you only see what's on the island. Okay.
This is a statue of Ariel, but it's using the older signs of his power. This temple must be ancient. The bow has to be in here.
Oh. We don't do a thing there, we just go in. We do a thing here. More fighting. I mean, I knew there would be more fighting, I just wasn't sure how much longer. It's been a very long time.
These Falmer, they're frozen in the ice. I wonder how long they've been like this. And I thought the soul care was creepy.
These just more shrine bits? Oh. Oh. Oh my.
Where'd you come from?
Damn it, Strolling, you've got to stop dying on me. Because I can't heal you. Yeah, those paragons. I'm not certain what you needed them for. Don't have the required item. Is that one of the paragons, maybe? Uh-huh. Keep the ewer on me. Well. I'm just picking up crap now. Right, just get on with it. Get on with it.
Did you really come here expecting to claim Ariel's bow? You've done exactly as I predicted and brought your fetching companion to me. Which, I'm sorry to say, means your usefulness is at an end.
He's a vampire, okay.
Ah!
He is. Any more ceiling coming down? Come on. Shoot. Shoot. This is some of the posturing being done there because of certainly has a great deal of command over icy things, doesn't he? Yes, it is ideal for close range combat. Get what? Get what now? Why? Wait, what? It just so happens that that's the thing I'm working on at the moment is archery. I've already done a lot of sword and axe combat. Reset the skills.
No,
Yeah.
I won't let you ruin centuries of preparation.
Oh my.
You all right? Come on, we can do this. I know we can. He's up there on the balcony. Come on.
Jeez, I think he's mad. Can I have it? Oh, I can't steal his seat.
Enough further. Give us the bow.
How dare you? I was the arch-curate of Ariel, girl. I had the ears of a god.
Until the betrayed corrupted you. Yes, yes, we've heard this sad story.
Gelibor and his kind are easily manipulated fools. Look into my eyes, Serana. You tell
Yeah, I
me
could already
what I am.
I could already see that.
You're
Yes.
a vampire?
Yes.
Ariel should have protected you.
The moment I was infected by one of my own initiates, Ariel turned his back on me. I swore I'd have my revenge, no matter what the cost.
You want to take revenge on a god?
Ariel himself may have been beyond my reach, but his influence on our world wasn't. All I needed was the blood of a vampire and his own weapon, Ariel's bow.
The blood of a vampire. Ariel's bow. It was you? You created that prophecy?
A prophecy that lacked a single final ingredient. The blood of a pure vampire. The blood of a daughter of Cold Harbor.
We're waiting all this time for someone with my blood to come along. Well, too bad for you. I intend on keeping it. Let's see if your blood has any power to it.
What trickery is this?
Where'd you come from?
I blew off my own... No, I killed my own Dremora. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Okay. Does he have... Ancient Falmar. And he can freeze out here naked. Oh, hello. You're right, Serana?
Oh, what is it?
So the deed has been done. The restoration of this Way Shrine means that Verther must be dead, and the betrayed no longer have control over him. What? What are you talking about? A vampire. I see. That would explain much. Deep inside, it brings me joy that the betrayed weren't to blame for what happened here. Because that means there's still hope that they might one day shed their hatred and learn to believe in Auriel once again.
Good luck with that, mate.
It's been a long time since I felt that way, and it's been long overdue. My thanks to both of you. You risked everything to get Auriel's bow, and in turn, you restored the Chantry.
I don't think I risked all that much.
A more deserving champion to carry it than you. If you wish to learn more about the bow, or obtain sun-hallowed arrows for it, I'd be more than happy to help. You've but to ask.
Ooh. Touching the sky.
Good to speak to you again.
Kindred Judgment. Where did... Wait, hey.
It's not as shiny as I was expecting. Still, it's beautiful. I think we both know. It's time to face my
Right.
father. If we don't, he'll keep chasing us for the rest of our lives. I've been thinking about this for a long time. It's not easy, but I don't think we have much of a choice. No, this has to end here and now. If we head back to the castle and kick the front door in, we're gonna be knee-deep in his friends. Let's head back to Isran and let him see what we've got first. I'm betting he'll lend us a sword or two.
Okay. Well, okay. What do we got? Auriel's bow. Wonder what it uses to be improved. No, not Falmer arrows. Actually, no, if I fire them out, then I get rid of them, don't I? Sun damage, undead targets take triple damage. Neat. Oh, I have to go back through the bloody cave. Oh no, it's this way. Like an hour ago when I found this. Easy way out. I hope this is a way out. I'm gonna be pissed if it's not. Yeah. Those. See you later, Stormbane. Oh, and thanks for the follow. Before you go, since you have followed, I have a speech for new followers, which is to tell them that I don't always play the same things. I don't always play them at the same time. And and I don't try to pressure anyone to hang around. So if you're ever not liking what you're seeing, it's okay if you don't watch or anything, because I don't want to pressure people into hanging around. Wait, this is the way out. Well, you have a good day, night, whatever time of day it is for you. Bloody hell. Where am I? What am I doing? Isran. That's what it was. Oh, come on. Why can't I just... I can't just go there. I have to go somewhere else first that's closer. Every time you want to fast travel there from some place that's across the map where the rest of the story takes place, you can't fast travel directly back here. It's because the map goes a bit weird. Alright. Not super overloaded. Alright.
You have Oriel's bow. I've heard it described in tales, but I could never have imagined its beauty. Indeed, the day hasn't been won while Arkhan still walks Tamriel. But what of Serana? Can she be trusted to lift a blade against her own kind, her own family?
Thieves Guild quest bugged.
I suppose that's as much as I can hope for. Let me address the Dawnguard and then we'll be off. The men deserve to know that we finally gained the upper hand. Everyone, gather round.
Bloody hell.
We haven't got all day.
It is a Bethesda game. You'll probably find there's a mod to fix certain bugs like that. A lot of the unofficial patch mods fix things like that. Sometimes. Things like quest progression is within their grasp to be able to fill proper, really screwed up bugs they can't really fix with a mod. You'd actually need a patch from the developers, but...
For too long, we've allowed these vampires to poison the night and kill our people. Now, we finally have the means to strike back. We now have Ariel's bow. The gods themselves have favored us, and we must answer with action. The time has come to finally put an end to Arkhan and his unholy prophecy. We will march on their lair and destroy those wretched abominations so they can no longer corrupt our world. This is our fight, and this is our fate. This is the tide of the Dawnguard. Abominations! This is it.
Yeah.
Between the eyes for me.
It really would be one of those things if,
It's time we take the fight to their door. Gather your things and rest well, my friend. We meet outside Castle Volkahar.
Oops.
Stay
Right.
alert.
Oh, off they go. Yeah, it's really one of those things where you probably end up having better things to do. It's really only going to happen if you've got nothing else to do, and you think, oh, I might go back and... But yeah, a lot of other games come out, and you don't always have the time, really. I mean, I've almost always got time, but it's because I have no life and nothing, really, so I've got plenty of time, but yeah, not everyone really does. We got friendly frost trolls. Bloody hell. Okay. Is that when I'm supposed to be able to do the... So that's kind of like a little storm call or something. Pretty cool. Don't want to waste those. I'm going to change that back to crappy ones. Yeah. I mean, earlier this year, before I got my new computer, I was trying to stream Fallout New Vegas, and I had to basically give up because my save file got corrupted, and I was just, oh, screw this. Almost every stream of it I attempted ended when a loading screen froze, and I had to log out in order to get the get access to my computer again. So, and then when it did that, and then it corrupted my save files, I thought, fuck it, I just can't keep doing this.
Arkhan and I will take care of the little ones. You find the leader.
Find their leader and kill him.
Oh, bloody hell.
Who am I shooting at? Yeah, I'd had the game have all sorts of weird crashes and stuff. But, it was very strange, because what happened was that I lost my train of thought. I was walking into New Vegas, and the loading screen, froze and hung the game, and I thought, well, okay, I can't use that autosave, which was fine, but I tried to load the quick save I'd made just not like 30 seconds before, and that didn't work either. So my last actual save had been when I'd ended the last stream, or at some point hours prior, and I just thought, this has been happening every time I stream it. I need to give up. And it was really unfortunate, because quite like Fallout New Vegas, but it is such a buggy mess. Is Ron still alive? Come on, draw another boat. Wait a minute. Where's, that? Does that work against these? Yeah, it does. Haha. Oh, no vampire dust. Did we lose when we lost the troll? Did we? Oh no, he's alive. He's essential still. He just can't get back up. Right. One, oh no. I thought there was one left. No, there's several still. Why aren't you guys dead? I don't want to waste those. Do I want to waste Daedric arrows though? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Who and what is doing that? Yes, get staggered every time. Damn it, he didn't get staggered that time. Take those back. Okay, Isran's back up again. Where are we? Oh, there's still somebody.
Where'd you...
Suddenly realised why that's not doing its thing anymore. Half of it's a common, that means it's a greater. Is that right? Oh, I want to chew up a whole bunch of my petty soul gems that I'm carrying. You. What am I stuck on? Oh, a coffin. Alright, I'm gonna get in, kill Arkhan.
For the Dawnguard, for Skyrim.
For Dragon Age.
Serana, my darling, I see you still favor keeping a pet.
You know why we're here.
Of course I do. You disappoint me, Serana. You've taken everything I provided for you and thrown it all away for this pathetic being.
Provided for me? Are you insane? You've destroyed our family. You've killed other vampires, all over some prophecy that we barely understand. No more. I'm done with you. You will not touch him.
So, I see this dragon has fangs.
Even
Your
about what
voice drips with the venom of your mother's
don't know.
influence.
I haven't done their quest in a long time either.
No. Because unlike her, I'm not afraid of you. Not anymore.
And you. It appears I have you to thank for turning my daughter against me. I knew it was only a matter of time before she'd return with hatred in her heart.
Hatred pointing on it like, nah.
A small price to pay for the betterment of our kind. Yes, yes. Always the noble vampire hunter. And what happens when you've slain me? Is Valerica next? Is Serana?
About more than killing vampires.
Of course. The prophecy. You've come here to stop me from taking Ariel's bow and shrouding the world in darkness.
Yeah, mate, I've actually read about what happens if you go the vampire route in this quest, and it turns out it doesn't shroud the world in darkness. Or it does, for like an hour or a day or something like that. It's not it's not everything you wish it was.
Yes, quite. I'm growing weary of speaking to you and my traitorous daughter. I'll give you a single chance to turn over the bow to me. There will not be a second.
Very well. No.
Very well, then. You leave me no choice.
Is someone gonna help? Oh, come on. Come on. Stop moving. Ah. Ah. Ah, fucking hell. Where'd he go? The fuck? Well, I mean, they made it seem like it was going to be vampires versus werewolves because it was the same thing that added the werewolf perk tree. Sort of made it flesh out the whole werewolf thing. Come on. What? Nah. No, I can't shout at him. I don't have enough of the arrows, and I keep missing him no matter what I do. He just fucking dodges it, the cheeky bastard. No, I'm just gonna... This is pointless though, because I don't have any... Where'd he go? Oh, he's doing this vampire running. Ah, he's healing. Of course he's healing. No, it's in there, isn't it? Go. Oh. Alright, this is working. Finally, use some of my bloody magicka potions. Must be invincible during that. Come on. All he does is run away! No, not food, potions. Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? Kindred Judgment.
Now that's
Judgment. Hey, my achievement is actually spelled correctly. Well, in terms of English. So that's funny. I suppose the achievement's
sure.
localized to my region.
I'll probably stay with the Dawnguard for as long as they'll let me. They're respectable fighters, and I think they see the benefits of having a vampire on their side now.
Oh, now his run shows up, huh?
If you've got any more adventures planned. That's what I wanted to hear. It sounds like that's the last bit of the prop. So I guess we could use my blood. Do you have any arrows?
No, I just think, why don't we, no.
I'll be with the Dawnguard if you need me.
So, it's over. He's dead. And the prophecy dies with him. I suppose this is difficult for you.
Ooh.
I think my father really died a long time ago. This was just the end of something else. I did what needed to be done. Nothing more.
I think perhaps. I think you did more than that. You have my thanks.
Begrudging respect. Why is that empty? Well, that, okay, that ended. As it is with so many of these quests in this, it's just like you kill the boss and then there's a short conversation, that's it. It's kind of abrupt. I probably have, yeah, I need to cure that. Don't go through all that crap just to end up being accidentally turned into a vampire. There it is. But hey, I got it done, and it's not even midnight. I can't carry this stuff. I don't think I really need to, actually. Ooh. Ooh, fancy. Stuff in a box. And it's a mess. They've loaded into the exterior.
Nice.
I think I might go back to the crossbow, seeing as how it was actually kind of doing a fair amount of damage. Oh, you know, whatever. well, that is done. And yeah, I can go back there. I can go back to... I think I can go back to the Soul Can. Not that I'm going to, but... You can go back to the places to keep looking for stuff and things. Time to call it a night. I've still got that. Okay. And that. And that. A whole bunch of stuff. Okay. I actually put the arrows somewhere else, didn't I? And I put, yep, canticle bark and the draw knife and the there was another thing. Oh, there was that. Ruby Paragon. Is this where I put the... This one's gone all randomized now instead of... Yeah, I put it somewhere else today. Okay. Still so laden. But I guess that's a problem for another time. Because that's a another... Yeah. That saved, right? Yeah. Another piece of the game completed. I guess the next major thing, aside from wandering around and looking for word walls, is to do the Dragonborn DLC, which will probably take a bit, even without trying to do it thoroughly, just doing the main stuff. Then I'm sort of out of the major things to do, and I think I might end with that. I've been sort of playing this off and on for a few months now, and occasionally come back to it. There's a whole bunch of stuff I could use in its place. I could start a different character. I could play, I thought of going back to Fallout 4. Doing a non-survival difficulty run. As a possibility. But November, I think, Cyberpunk should be coming out. And I anticipate probably playing the fuck out of that. Otherwise, yeah. thanks people who stopped by, and hope it was somewhat entertaining, not too tedious or boring or whatever. And I will see everybody next time, whenever, for whatever. Bye for now.